Hello. That is a bird. Wouldn't it be good if you could write with what makes a bird fly? Well, you can. We all know goose feathers, but basically any feather will do. This, for example, is the feather of a seagull I turned into a pen. It's quite a simple process actually. The hardest part is getting the seagull to allow you to use its feathers. That's a hard part. What is much easier is to wait until it loses one of them, which they actually quite often do, and then pick it up. So yeah, no birds were harmed in making of this pen. And yeah, the process is really simple. Snip off the point in a point, make it a bit sharp, and I cut a groove in it. I'm not sure if it picks up on camera because black and sunlight doesn't mix. Focus. I think this is focused. Yes. And that groove helps with holding the ink. So in theory I wouldn't have to refill it as much. And this is a piece of paper. This is ink. Probably a lot of you are like, well, if this is a feather, why is it missing the feather part? The part that helps the bird fly. I'm really being watched, by the way. I'm not sure if he likes what I'm doing. I swear, I didn't hurt a bird. He lost it. Alright. And yeah, why? Well, you can see it. It's just way more handy, easy to store, easier to take with you, easier to use. You can get close to the paper, you can, basically all kinds of things. And this is something people back in the day used to do. Like in movies, we like to see, the clerk or the writer having the goose feather and with the long, complete feather attached to it still. But in practice, especially people that weren't using the writing in a very static way. So, accountants, traveling clerics, people that took count of the population of cities, they usually just snipped it off, so it was very compact. And basically only people that, were writing in a more static way kept the feather part as part of tradition. It looks intimidating to someone who cannot read and write. Somebody sitting across of you using this feather and he looks a bit, that is a bit intimidating. But for a lot of people, they just took it off. So, enough talking. Let's see if it wants to work today. Because it's not an industrially made pen, so it can be a bit finicky at times and a bit surprising, but it does actually work. And if it doesn't work today on video, I will just show you some drawings I made beforehand to see that, you can see it actually works. I mean, it's quite obvious it's not made with a ball pen when you see the work, so. I think there's enough ink in it. Might be a big blob, always a good surprise to see. Is it a blob? No, it's not a blob. It's a nice, straight, thick line. And what we're gonna do with that line? Let's see. Let's make a house. I love that always when I try to make a relaxing, simple video, the whole world decides to make noise. People bashing on stones and trucks driving past, of course. Just adds to the relaxing atmosphere. Oh, bit of a blob. The more you use it, the better it gets, because the ink sticks more to the pen. Just a simple house. It needs a door. So, just door handle. Little chimney. Bit of smoke. It's a window. And another one upstairs. So, some tiny bricks. And there you go, a little house. Made with a pen made from a bird. And you know what would be really funny? If I made a bird with a bird. Well, I actually already did that, but I will show you after. I will just make one now. It's gonna be a blob probably. I have found out that sometimes when you're afraid of having a blob, it actually helps to turn the pen around when you start out. Because then it creates less of a blob and more of a thick line. And you can just use it to gently guide the ink across the paper. Just make a small beak. Its belly, or pate. Make a small tail. Yes. Just to work the line through. Little legs. And of course, little wings. And we have in fact made a little bird with a bird. Isn't that neat? Alright, seeing how this video has been going on long enough and you have basically watched me make childish drawings with a pen made from a feather, while the whole world seems to have united in making noise, I will show you some of the drawings I made previously. With the same pen actually. So these are drawings I made with the same pen, I think a couple of days ago or yesterday. Drawing birds with birds. I just found it a very interesting theme. Some small sketches for an idea, using willow shoots. Bend them over, span a tarp over it, have a tent, just a simple idea. But yeah, drawing birds with birds. Alright, hope this video is watchable through all the noise, and I wish you all a very nice day, and see you in the next one. I just love the peace and quiet.